Comcast Channel 99, AT&T Uverse, and the City of Gadsden YouTube. And I'd like to say a good morning to all of you. At this time, the Gadsden City Council will now come to order. The chair calls on City Clerk Ivan Nelson for the roll call.
Councilwoman Toles.
Here.
Councilman Williams.
Here.
Worthy. He is in the building somewhere. Okay. Councilman Back.
Here.
Wilson.
Here.
Councilman Cannon is absent today. And Councilman Reed.
Here.
We have a quorum present and our meeting is open for business. I'm going to ask Brian Harbison to lead the invocation. Please stand and remain standing for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Will you pray with me? Almighty God, we thank you today for the blessings of life. We thank you for our city. We thank you for our leaders that are present here today. God, we just pray that you will keep your hand on our city and state and nation during this time of turmoil with the virus and the upcoming election. God, we just pray that we'll keep our focus on you and all that we do. We pray that you'll give these council representatives wisdom today in dealing with the issues of our city. Be with the mayor and his staff. And we promise to give you the praise in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. At this time, our EMA director is not available, but we'll have Councilman Williams to sort of give us some numbers concerning COVID-19.
Thank you, Madam President. I'll just, I know from time to time we do get requests about the numbers, and so we'll just speak to some of the data here. Across the state, the total number of confirmed positive cases is at 100, and as of this morning was at 132,973. And for the state, total number of deaths is 2,276. Total number hospitalized is actually below 1,000 at 841 for the state. Never good, anytime that number is above zero, it's not good, but it's definitely good to be below, be below that 1,000 case threshold. In Etowah County, the total number of confirmed positive cases is 2,774. And total number of deaths is 42. So as we can see, there's still a lot of work to be done in the way of continuing to just be smart about managing managing this very highly infectious disease and ensuring that we're just being smart and being safe as we interact with others in public. So thank you, Madam President.
Okay. We will continue on our agenda. The chair will entertain a motion to approve the minutes of the work session and council meeting that was held September the 1st.
So moved. Second.
Clerk, will you take the vote?
Those in favor, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carries to approve minutes.
The chair will entertain a motion to ratify payments of accounts for the week of August the 28th through the September the 3rd.
So moved. Second.
Clerk, will you take the vote?
Those in favor, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carries to ratify payment of the accounts.
Proclamations.
No, ma'am.
Unfinished business, we have none today. This is the time and place as advertised to conduct a public hearing allowing anyone to speak in opposition to or in favor of a resolution approving an issuance of an alcoholic beverage license. Sakania Johnson Buyers doing business as Turkey Legs located at 710 East Broad Street in District 2 has applied for a restaurant retail liquor license. Is there anyone who would like to speak in opposition to this resolution? Is there anyone speak in favor? What is the pleasure of the council?
Move to adopt.
Second.
Clerk, will you take the vote?
Those in favor to adopt the resolution, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed,
Aye.
we have one no. Motion carries to adopt.
Our next public hearing is a resolution ordering abatement of nuisance on property located at 131 New York Avenue in District 1. This is Basti Gatura, Victor Gatura, and mortgage in favor of Southern Financial and Company being the last known owners. Is there anyone who would like to speak in opposition to this resolution? Is there anyone to speak in favor?
Madam President, I'm Brian Harbison with the Building Department. We filed this case in July of 2019. There've been no improvements. There was a permit taken out in July of last year, and we're asking today for a resolution to abate this nuisance.
What is the pleasure of the council?
Move to abate.
Second.
All in, clerk, will you take the vote?
Those in favor to adopt the resolution, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carries to adopt.
This is in District 1. Our next public hearing is a resolution on abatement of nuisance on property at 1410 Stroud Avenue in District 2. Jose Aguilar, Walter and Otis Crumpler, and Walter Curtis Crumpler being the last known owners. Is there anyone to speak in opposition to this resolution?
I'm not speaking in opposition.
Come to the mic, please, and give your name and address.
I'm Walter Curtis Crumpler. I reside at 1108 Buckingham Place in Gadsden, Alabama. I sold that property back in late November, so they keep sending me letters, so I sold it to Jose, whoever his name, but sold it to him, so we shouldn't have nothing to do with it. They keep sending me letters saying that it's still my property. Now, I don't mind that. I'll take it back. But I did sold it in late November of 2019.
Yeah, you may want to
yeah.
may want to check with the courthouse to make sure that he has that he's done what he's supposed to do in terms of acknowledging the change in ownership, because you may be the last one in the title flow.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Just want to clarify that. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Okay. Is there anyone to speak in favor?
Madam President, we filed this case in December of 2019. There have been no improvements. There was a building permit taken out, actually, the latter part of last year. We're asking today for a resolution to abate this nuisance.
Councilman Williams, did you all get to see these pictures?
You did.
Sorry.
The top one is the
Top one is,
property at hand here.
Stroud.
Sorry.
What is the pleasure of the council?
Move to adopt.
Second. Clerk, will you take the vote?
Those in favor to adopt the resolution, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carries to adopt.
Our next public hearing is a resolution on an abatement of nuisance on property at 920 Avenue F in District 3. The state of Alabama being the last known owner. Is there anyone who would like to speak in opposition to this resolution? Is there anyone to speak in favor?
Madam President, this case involves trash and debris. We do have a case involving the house. It has not expired. We will be presenting at a later date that case to the council. We started this trash and debris case back in May. There's been no
Councilman
improvements. We're asking today for a resolution to abate this nuisance.
What is the pleasure of the council?
I would move to obey. Councilman Worthy's not here right now. I think it'd be okay. Second.
Okay. Clerk, will you take the vote?
Those in favor to adopt the resolution, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carries to adopt.
Our next public hearing is a resolution ordering abatement of nuisance on property at 312 Peyton Avenue in District 4. And this is Kimberly Long and husband Jonathan R. Long and mortgage in favor of Metro Bank being the last known owners. Is there anyone to speak in opposition of this resolution? Is there anyone to speak in favor?
Madam President, this case involves a burned house. We filed the case in September of 2019. There have been no improvements, so there are no permits to improve. And we're asking today for a resolution to abate this nuisance.
Councilman Bang. What is the pleasure of the council?
Move to adopt.
Second.
Clerk, will you take the vote?
Those in favor to adopt the resolution, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carries to adopt.
Our next public hearing is a resolution on abatement of nuisance on property at 1515 Garfield Avenue in District 5. This is Joseph E. Baker and possible right of redemptions of the estate of Bertie Shockley and Charlene Lithwin being the last known owners. Is there anyone to speak in opposition? Is there anyone to speak in favor?
Madam President, we filed this case in June of 2019. There have been no improvements, so there are no permits to improve, and we're asking today for a resolution to abate this nuisance.
What is the pleasure of the council?
Move to adopt. Move to
Second.
obey.
Clerk, will you take the vote?
Those in favor to adopt the resolution, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carries to adopt.
Our next public hearing is a resolution on an abatement of nuisance property at 4 Dwight Avenue in District 6. Jeff Edmondson, Mary Gargas, and Jeff Robertson being the last known owners. Is there anyone to speak in opposition to this resolution?
Madam President, based on recent improvements, we're going to ask this case to be tabled for 30 days. I discussed this on Friday with Councilman Cannon, and he agreed with this. Thank you.
I move to table 30 days.
Second.
Clerk, will you take the vote?
Those in favor to table the resolution for 30 days, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carries to table for 30 days.
Our final public hearing is a resolution ordering abatement of nuisance on property at 103 Gould Street in District 7, William Verban Watson and Peggy Watson and Jacob Milliken as guardian and conservatory of Miss Watson, subject to a mortgage in favor of Neil Mackey being the last known owners. Is there anyone who would like to speak in opposition to this resolution? Is there anyone to speak in favor?
Madam President, we filed this case in July of 2019. There have been no improvements, there are no permits to improve, and we're asking today for a resolution to abate this nuisance.
What is the pleasure of the council?
Move to adopt.
Second.
Clerk, will you take the vote?
Those in favor to adopt the resolution, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carries to adopt.
We have a resolution awarding a bid number 3441 for ADA compliance sidewalk improvement. The city engineer has recommended awarding the bid to Grout and Company, and the amount is $380,049.27. The chair will entertain a motion to adopt this resolution.
So moved.
Second.
Is there any discussion? Clerk, will you take the vote?
Those in favor to adopt the resolution, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carries to adopt.
The next item is an award bidding number 34 for the Park Boulevard from Gadsden Riverfront Commercial Development to Coosa Landing Project. The city engineer has recommended awarding this bid to Bedwell and Horton Excavation and Company, and the amount is $1,163,266.95. The chair will entertain a motion to adopt this resolution.
So moved.
Second.
Is there any discussion? Clerk, will you take?
Well, I was just going to say, if I'm not mistaken, that's the road which will lead up to the intersection that goes down behind towards the creek, the river.
Yeah.
It's been working on. It's going to be a really good.
It's going to be a road that's going to go
Yes.
behind, basically, it's kind of behind Ronnie Watkins, and a run over to
Right.
Coosa Landing.
Right.
Open up where the, be easy access to the riverfront.
Right.
I think it's also fair to comment, Mayor, that that's also going to help on the traffic. Is that right?
It is.
That'll help to alleviate some of the traffic issues on
Yeah.
George Wallace?
Mhm.
Okay, thanks.
Clerk, will you take the vote?
Those in favor to adopt the resolution, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carries to adopt.
This next item is authorizing the acceptance of a temporary construction easement from B&L Holding LLC, and this is required for the construction of the Park Boulevard from the Gadsden Riverfront Commercial Development to Coosa Landing. The chair will entertain a motion to adopt this resolution.
So moved.
Second.
Clerk, will you take the vote?
Those in favor to adopt the resolution, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carries to adopt.
The next resolution is authorizing agreement with the CD&G Engineer and Associates and Company, and this is for construction, engineering and inspection service required for the construction of the Park Boulevard, and the amount is $159,900. The chair will entertain a motion to adopt this resolution.
So moved.
Second.
There any discussion? Clerk, will you take the vote?
Those in favor to adopt the resolution, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carries to adopt.
This next item is authorizing amendment number 2 to agreement with CD&G Engineering and Associates, and this is for additional design service related to the riverfront commercial development, and the amount is $6,530. The chair will entertain a motion to adopt this resolution.
So moved.
Second.
Clerk, will you take the vote?
Those in favor to adopt the resolution, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carries to adopt.
The next item is authorizing a change order bid for number 3424 for the Highland Avenue, Thomas Drive, and the Spurling Drive patching project. And this is to reconcile additions and deletions from changes initiated during the construction. The amount is $66,627.82, which increases the contract with Wiregrass Construction Company to $315,053.07. The chair will entertain a motion to adopt this resolution.
So moved.
Second.
Clerk, will you take the vote?
Those in favor to adopt the resolution, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carries to adopt.
Our next item is authorizing application and acceptance of a building resilient infrastructure and community grant. And this is a grant for pre-disaster mitigation activities and will be used to assist the Gadsden Etowah Emergency Management Agency to develop an integrated plan from the Hazard Mitigation and Response Plan. The amount is $25,000, with the city cost share being $6,250. The chair will entertain a motion to adopt this resolution.
So moved.
Second.
Is there any discussion? Clerk, will you take the vote?
Those in favor to adopt the resolution, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carries to adopt.
Our next item authorizes amended service agreement with Tyler Technologies for software products used by various city departments. And this is to modify the term of the building cycle with no change in cost. The chair will entertain a motion to adopt this resolution.
So moved.
Second.
Clerk, will you take the vote?
Those in favor to adopt the resolution, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carries to adopt.
Our next item is an agreement with the Humane Society Pet Rescue and the Adoption Center. And this is to feed and house stray animals from October 1, 2020 through September the 30th, 2021. And the amount is $9,583.34 per month. The chair will entertain a motion to adopt this resolution.
So moved.
Second.
Is there any discussion? Clerk, will you take the vote?
Those in favor to adopt the resolution, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carries to adopt.
Our next item is authorizing a traffic enforcement agreement. And this is an agreement between the City of Gadsden Police Department, the East Central Highway Safety Office, and the City of Opelika as fiscal agent for grants related to traffic safety enforcement for the period October 1 to 2020 through September the 31st, 2020. The chair will entertain a motion to adopt this resolution.
So moved.
Second.
Are there any discussion? Our first reading, we have an ordinance.
Madam
Call for
President,
the
we need to
vote.
I'm sorry.
Those in favor to adopt the resolution, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carries to adopt.
Our first reading is an ordinance authorizing tax increment financing funds for expenditures related to the construction of Park Boulevard from the Gadsden Riverfront Commercial to Coosa Landing. This authorizes use of TIF funds for the expenditure related to agenda item number 19 and 21. And the total amount is $1,323,166.95. Since we've adopted the other items, I'd like to go ahead and request a motion to suspend the rules.
So moved.
The chair-
Second.
Okay. Clerk, will you take the vote?
Those in favor to consider the ordinance today at its first reading, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, we have unanimous consent for consideration.
Move to adopt.
Second.
Clerk, will you take the vote?
Those in favor to adopt the ordinance, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carries to adopt.
Our next item is amending the city code pertaining to non-full-time employees. And this amends City Code Section 102-3B4 to define the number of hours worked in order to be classified as a non-full-time employee. And this ordinance has been presented for the first reading, and the council will vote on it at the next meeting. Is there any new business? We have two citizen requests, Mario Richardson Ray. Is Tamika Williams here? Okay. At this time, we'll have comments, announcements by the mayor and council. Mayor, since I overlooked you last time, I'm gonna let you go first.
A little disappointed, or a lot disappointed, I guess you could say. On first Friday, we tried to, Kenmore, we tried to have a pretty good first Friday to help the merchants out some where they could make some sales. But according to according to the reports that we got from EMA and fire chief and all that, pretty much everybody just didn't many wear a mask. And so, we'll probably just not have a first Friday for quite a while until everything gets back to normal. So, that's all I got.
Councilman Worthy.
Yeah, I would agree with that, Mayor. I went up there to check it out for myself, and I said 95% of the people wasn't wearing a mask. So, but I also want to apologize to you for being late. Our budget meeting ran a little longer than wanted to. But I got a call this morning when people was asking about where they're going to vote at in East Gadsden for November the 3rd. They're moving from East Gadsden Community Center to the Goodyear Union Hall. Also, if you vote at Wallace Hall, you're moving from Wallace Hall to the Goodyear Union Hall, right there on Hoke Street. Texted the judge earlier to make sure, and he confirmed it. So we got to get that word out. And I understand they also have signs up the day of, but people need to know. And I know a lot of people, we had it in the paper. I remember seeing it in the paper myself, but a lot of people don't get the paper. So,
So, it's on their registration cards as well.
excuse me?
It's on their registration cards.
Yeah.
as well.
And you can start absentee early voting tomorrow on September the 9th. You have to fill out your application for absentee ballot. You can take it directly up there to the judicial building, to the absentee balloting, and they will give you turn that in, and they will give you the absentee ballot. You fill it out, put it in your envelope. You won't even have to go stand in the line at the polls on November the 3rd. So we have from starting tomorrow, almost 2 months to November the 3rd to go ahead on and vote. That's the closest thing Alabama have to early voting. You just got to check the box that says that you're infirmed or sick, due to the COVID-19. The Secretary of State has approved that. So thank you.
Before I go to Councilman Wilson, just to sort of reiterate, because I think a lot of people in Alabama are getting things mixed up. Alabama does not have early voting.
Right.
Early voting and absentee voting is two different things. You can absentee vote, but there's about 6 reasons, is there not, City Clerk?
Yeah.
There are about 6 reasons where you can absentee vote, but we do not have early voting. So people need to make, and I think I've seen some posters or flyers that said Alabama has early voting. We don't have early voting. We have absentee voting.
Right. I think the mayor wants to say something.
Maybe Eric, who knows how to put everything on Facebook and what else? Facebook and what else?
Instagram,
And all the different outlets. You might can start running that. Make sure people pay attention to it. Okay, thanks.
Yeah, now one thing to note is that, and what they have said is absolutely correct. I mean, we don't have early voting in Alabama. We have absentee voting, but the conditions are not impossible to meet for absentee voting. So, and the reason I say that is because there are going to be a lot of people in this season who just don't want to be out amongst crowds of people, and you're probably looking at one of them. And so, if you're that person, if you're that individual, don't let the fact that it's not technically early voting scare you away. If you choose to use that route, Those conditions are not impossible to meet. Just make sure you understand them and make sure you legitimately can meet them and cast your absentee ballot. It's just that simple. So again, don't let that process scare you. It's one of the reasons why the whole mailing and absenteeism ballot is getting a lot of attention, is because again, there are going to be people who just don't want to be out in public around all those people, and so please understand, it's not impossible to be able to cast an absentee ballot for that reason. So,
Councilman, thank you, Councilman Wilson.
Thank you, Madam President. I don't have anything other than to say my thoughts are with Councilman Cannon and his family. He's having some medical issues. Right, I just started. How's my time over? that's
You want to blame me? You want to blame me?
Way to go, Albert.
That was me, and wasn't it?
Anyway, my thoughts
Don't
are with
blame Ivor. That's my rule, but no, I didn't do that tonight.
thoughts are with Johnny Cannon. He's having some stomach issues, I think, right now, and has gone to the hospital, and I hope he's going to be okay. I think everything sounds good, at least initially. And again, as was referenced, I will be out, Madam President, next week, so y'all try not to tear it down while I'm gone.
I remember that. Councilman Reed.
Sure, as to last Friday, I was down there and went in the museum, and I'm going to tell you, y'all are missing it if you don't go by the Museum of Art. They have really got two extraordinary displays right now, but they change them out about every 30 days, so you can go more than once, and you can see it pretty well.
Did you have a mask on?
Hey, I was going to say that. Ray Wetzel and his crew are doing a fabulous job, and everybody who came in that museum had on a mask. But now outside, I think there's a misconception. They think if they're outside, they don't have to have a mask. But we had people walking them down the sidewalk, passing them out at the same time. And they had cars all the way, it looked like from 3rd Street to 7th. 2 wide all the way. They're beautiful cars. That alone is a reason to come out the first Friday. But stores were open, the people were selling the food and all this big stuff. But anyway, overall, it was really nice. Crowd was down about half, but they were moving pretty good. Anyway, I do want to send a kudo quickly to the people who paved Knockaloo Road. Bless their heart. That's the best job I've seen in 20-some years. Down to striping and filling in the driveways and everything looks real good. And thanks to the city, the old building at Irby and Mitchell is gone, which added to the facade all the way down the line. Looks really good up there right now, Mayor. Anyway, that's all I have.
Dr. Toad, my memory just hit me back. The other thing I was trying to say, Facebook and Channel 99 is a way to get a lot of information because both things will be on there. I know Eric would do that anyway, but that's what I was trying to think of.
Councilman Back.
Thank you, Madam President. Just want to announce that we are having a food pickup tomorrow at 2 o'clock at First Baptist Church downtown Gadsden at the intersection of 5th Street and Walnut Street. So that's tomorrow, Wednesday at 2 o'clock, First Baptist Church downtown Gadsden. We're working with the Community Food Bank of Central Alabama to try to continue this program that we've been able to do all summer. So I should know next week if we're going to be able to continue with weekly food distribution. Thank you.
Okay. Councilman Williams.
Thank you, Madam President. Just again, I want to reiterate
Councilman Wilson's acknowledgement of Councilman Cannon's absence. Please keep him and your family, and his family, I'm sorry, in your prayers. He's dealing with what we think is some pretty serious medical issues, and so in recognition of his privacy, but to obviously in an attempt to extend prayers and support to his family, we just want to ask that everyone continue to pray for him, and he's going to be fine. We just need to help him pull through. One thing I do want to mention is immediately following today's meeting, there will be a press conference here in the council chambers to discuss and answer questions about the details of the Human Relations Advisory Committee that's been commissioned by the council. So for those of you that are interested, again, we'll be doing that immediately following today's meeting. We'll be doing it right here. Okay, that's all I have, Madam President.
Madam President, for you, I got an announcement.
Go ahead.
Okay. Just got this email from the chamber. They're having a cook and count appreciation cookout and 2020 census event on September the 16th, 2020, from 11:30 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. right here at the chamber. The hot dogs and sides will be provided by C&J Crab Shack. And just come on by, do the drive-through, pick up, do your census, and have free lunch. Thank you.
Okay. Due to the Labor Day holiday, Monday, garbage route is being collected today, and Tuesday's garbage route will be collected on Wednesday, and the schedule for Thursday and Friday will not change. Okay, do I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Got you out of here.